Hey, good morning, everybody. Is there anybody here? Welcome. Is this thing on? Hello. It is Friday, November the 24th, 2023. It is Thanksgiving Friday in America, and a special shout out to my fantastic American followers, the best of YouTube. Also, a special shout out to all my viewers from around the world. You fellow Canadians out there, how you guys doing? And welcome viewers from the United Kingdom, Ireland, all of Europe, from the Mid East, from Asia, Australia, wherever you are. You're certainly welcome to hang out here with this old man. It's nice to have you around, guys. It's a shortened day today. Okay, it's Friday, which is Black Friday in the U.S. and all that. But I guess it's Black Friday everywhere, isn't it, for shopping? But really, it's an America thing. Don't mind me. I'm just trying to get the gunk off my glasses. Oh, there you are. Oh, okay. Welcome all to the show. Glad to see you here. Yeah, it's Black Friday today, and so folks are looking for bargains. I gotta say though, and I know many of you know this, so I'm really not. I couldn't possibly be educating anyone when I say Black Friday is not the same as it used to be. Okay, the older you get, you'll say that more often. When you begin to say that, and you hear yourself saying that, you'll go, "Oh, geez, he's right. He said that the other day, and I'm doing it too." That means you're getting older. And if you're getting older, the theory is you're getting wiser, but you're also kind of remembering the past and now saying to people younger than you that it's not the same as it used to be. Well, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, come on, things have changed. There's things that are better, or well, they're certainly different, but they're also very much the same. You just have to put everything into context, I guess. Welcome one, welcome all. Yesterday, I had a wonderful day. It was a day off in theory. I wasn't on the air with you folks, obviously, and so it was a day off. And Jen and I just hung out here at the apartment. Jen was very busy yesterday. She was working, watching football. She had 3 football games to watch, so she was busy. I was in and out in the living room watching football with her. I'd watch 20, 30 minutes, and then I'd then be on my phone doing something, the new normal. Then I'd be in here and I'd be studying my channel. I think I uploaded a video yesterday, a short video that you guys are watching about SOFI. And so really, I kind of worked a little, but not a lot. But what I did do is when I have a day like that, where I can do whatever I want, which is kind of nice. What do? I go to YouTube. I start searching YouTube myself. I start checking out stuff to watch on good old YouTube. And one of the things I love to do, because again, I'm old now. I understand that at age 68, I don't know how long I've got. How long have I got where I remember everything? And how long do I have where I don't remember everything? Like my name. How long is that going to take? Anyway, while I think I've still got it. I love to go back in time. I use YouTube as a time machine, and I love to go back in time. And there are times where I'll like to go back and watch significant moments in the stock markets or significant moments in history. And so what I'll do is I'll watch a series of videos that are sort of like as it happened videos. I kind of like those where the 60th anniversary of John F. Kennedy's assassination. I'll watch as it happened a video of maybe 30, 40 minutes of like Walter Cronkite announcing the details. Well, I'm watching CBS as it was. There was a soap opera on television at the time because it was a Friday afternoon, and so you're watching these soap operas, commercials. So you kind of fast forward until you see the bulletin show up. And in those days, they didn't have cameras on ready to go on the air like that. They would cut in, and it would just be a black and white screen with CBS logos all over it. Bulletin. Then you'd hear Walter Cronkite's voice with breaking news out of Dallas. Then 2 minutes later, 3 minutes later, another break in, and then another break into the coverage again. No, you don't see anybody. And then you do see Walter Cronkite sitting at a desk in his newsroom, basically surrounded by 5, 6 other people coming and going. You can hear Don Hewitt in the background talking to him, because Don Hewitt, who ran 60 Minutes, was the man running CBS Evening News with Walter Cronkite. And behind him are guys on the teletype machine that are bringing him announcements from the Associated Press. And then you look at stuff like he was saying, we have a photo that just came over the wires, and it's a photograph of the presidential limousine about 5 minutes before the assassination. And it's just, they're just waving inside the car. They're waving at the crowds. And he had to hold the photo up in front of the camera. I'm thinking, that's just how I do my videos. That's how I do stuff now. I hold stuff up. I'll just go, that was easy, That was easy. It's just, I'm in color, Anyway, that was how a photo came over the wire, and they had to print that off. And then they had to put it on a piece of cardboard to flatten it out, and then he could show it to the nation. Here's a photo of the president 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. That was cutting edge. I'm always fascinated by that. I also I hate to revisit it, but I do, because it really I really was moved by it so much, as many of you were. 9/11. I rewatch 9/11 all the time. I don't know about you guys, but I watch 9/11 as it happened, where you'll see 4 screens pop up on your show, your screen, and on the one corner is CBS, CNN, ABC, NBC, and they're cutting as they're realizing what the hell is going on, and you're watching it. I find that fascinating. I find it fascinating to see the post 9/11 days, how they went through all the material that they had to recover and all that, the fresh kills, land site stuff. Just unbelievable. The heroes of 9/11, there are many. Survivors are heroes. The actual heroes who came down there, who went to the buildings as it got worse. And then after, those heroes, just the best America has. It's really stunning and humbling. And I love New York and New Yorkers, and love America. And it wounded me personally. I'm just devastated still to this day. 22 years later, I still think about 9/11 all the time. I was supposed to be on an airplane on 9/11. I was supposed to fly from Vancouver, British Columbia, to Palm Desert, California, because Jen and Jen Jr. were down there. At the time, I was living there for a while and traveling from there a lot. And I was supposed to head back after being up north for 10 days or something like that. And of course, everything got shut down that morning. And by the time I woke up in Vancouver, it was a phone call from Jennifer that woke me up. It was all over. It had already happened. The towers had already collapsed. I had no idea. I mean, it is all happened at 6 a.m. Vancouver time. And normally we would get up at 9. And I was supposed to be on a flight at 11:30. So I was going to get to the airport at 10:30 sort of thing. And didn't get out until the next Friday. So the event happened Tuesday, the 11th. I left Vancouver by bus on Friday to cross the border to Washington State, and ended up in Spokane, downtown Seattle, I should say. And then I got a taxi from downtown Seattle to SeaTac Airport, where I had reserved a seat on Southwest Airlines, because the airline started flying, I think it was on Thursday, and this was Friday. And I had arranged a flight, Southwest Airlines. I think it was a combination flight to get to Ontario, California, actually. And got to the airport at 2 2 in the afternoon, 3 in the afternoon, and instead of getting a 6 o'clock flight, I was able to get a 4 o'clock flight. The agent was totally accommodating. No charge to change anything on the spot. We'll get. What do you need? Where are you going? Well, I got to get to Ontario to get to Palm Springs, and they got me on a plane within 40 minutes. They said because I don't know if I had a suitcase or not. I can't remember, and it worked out that I got on a flight earlier and landed in Ontario. But still, it was a long day. I think I landed at 9 or 10 at night, and I had left the house in Vancouver at 8 in the morning. So it was like a 12-hour ordeal to just get to California. But was I grateful when I saw Jen and Jen Jr. Drive up in our rental car that we were renting for months at a time. And we drove back to Palm Springs together, Palm Desert together. It was just so grateful. But America had changed. You could feel it. You could feel it and see it. Had things ever changed? And from that day forward, obviously. Anyway, thank you for being here. I love looking at that. That's a time capsules. I love going back in time to see this, and it's interesting to see and hear on air people trying to speculate what happened, what's going on, what's happening, what really is going on. And of course, now with decades having gone by, you sort of know what happened in 9/11. Tower. The North Tower, the South Tower, the Pentagon, Shanksville. If you're a follower of that, but at the time, everyone was blind going into this, going, I'm reporting what I see. I don't know what's going on. Fascinating to watch. And then, of course, the difference between the Kennedy coverage and the 9/11 coverage is day and night, of course, technologically speaking and all of that. But, have things changed? My gosh, have things ever changed? Welcome all to the show today. Nice to have you here. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing all right. Comical name is here. Bueller, Richard Carlin, Computer Whiz, Lame Duck. Good morning, Robert. Nice to see you here today. You take care, buddy. Joel Warner's here. Hector, White Feather, Dean, Karen, JR, number 18. Good morning, everybody. Hope you all had a great Thanksgiving feast, and hope all the relatives sat in rapt attention while options were explained. Bang, bang, bang. The sound of my head hitting the table after much frustration. Yes, and my forehead turning to mush. Mr. Saying hello from another account. Thank you, sir. Flint Creek 24, and there's so much more. Beach Boy, how you doing? Not a Lurker is here. Good morning, Beach Boy. You're late, not a Lurker. Not a Lurker. You're right, Laugh Out Loud Turkey makes me sleepy and no work. Alex is here. Good morning, everybody. Welcome, Alex, from, I believe you live in Manchester, don't you? Near Manchester in England. Welcome. CKT is here. Alberto. Good morning, Bagel Familia. JR. Alberto. JR, let's get this dinero today. Double D, I'm here. Ricardo Canales. I am lurking. I am about, but I am lurking in the weeds. Welcome all. Whether you're lurking or not, it's great to see you. I hope you had an okay time with your Thanksgiving thing. Like I said, for Jen and I, for me, it was certainly a day off and allowed me to sort of revisit. You know what else I do when I have time like I had yesterday? I don't watch just bad news. I also love to watch Johnny Carson clips, David Letterman clips, Martin Short, anywhere. You're looking fabulous. I have to say, I think that the plastic surgery, you're about 80% done. You're looking very good right now. Love Marty Short on anyone's show. Love watching Whose Line Is It Anyway clips, especially Colin Mockery. I love that. I love to laugh and have fun and just unwind a little bit. I managed to rent a car yesterday on for the upcoming vacay. I managed to rent a Tesla Model Y, which will be waiting for us at the airport at Palm Springs International. instead of paying about $80 a day for the car, which was the last 2 years in a row, now it's $45 a day for a Model Y. So yeah, there's a lot more Teslas for rent this year than in past years through Turo, and happy guy. So got that done. Definitely happy about that. Computer Whiz only 50% liked. Smash that like button there, folks, if you're watching him today. JR, I just stopped trying to explain that we're getting that dinero. I'll take the profits and buy the turkey next year. I was asking my Gold Bagel members who are here when I was doing the pre-alert show, how many of you guys were trying to explain what it is you're doing with us here? Because every year that you're here means it's another year that your biggest critics, your relatives, are watching out of the corner of their eye how you are doing. They want to know whether this is real. Are you really making money with this YouTube ancient guy without virtually no hair, whatever it is he's got his wife? Does this guy really help you make money, or what? I mean, are you still drinking that Kool-Aid? And you're on trial every year. You're on trial, like it or not. And what can I say? JR, Murder in the Building is a great series featuring Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez on Hulu. A real Hardy Boys type of show. Anyone else read those as a youngster? Not a lurker. Laugh out loud. Yes, the Hardy Boys. Andreas Clickbait said SOFI. There you go. I remember the Hardy Boys too. We had a school teacher. I'm trying to remember what grade it was. I want to say it was grade 4, because in grade 4, I had one of the greatest motivating teachers of my life. And up until grade 4, things were not going well. Grade 5 didn't go well. Grade 6 didn't go well. 7 and 8, I had motivating teachers. I had several. And then grade 9, 10, 11, and 12, I had a few in high school that were motivated. But grade 4 was the first time that a teacher inspired me. And I believe he read us Hardy Boy books. And you know how those are at the end of each chapter. You're right to the crescendo, right to the moment. What? Come back tomorrow and we'll read some more. Oh, God. That was the first time a book was interesting to me. A Hardy Boys book helped me, because up until I had been in Germany with my parents, because my father was in NATO. So from the age of 4 until the age of 7, I was in Europe, Germany, surrounded by the relatives and surrounded by West Germans. And so everything I was bombarded with was German. And so I couldn't speak English, couldn't read English, had no idea what people were saying to me in Canada. So it took me several years after getting back to even get close. And in grade 4, it had now been 3 years that I'd been back in Canada. And finally, I could begin to read Hardy Boy books. Yeah, that was something. Nancy Drew, happy Hollisters, pulp garbage, but it was fun as a kid. Alberto Sammy Styles is still confused. Help him. One-on-one coming soon. Whenever he's ready. Not a lurker. I had over 100 of those books, says Not a Lurker. Karen D, I read Nancy Drew. Not a lurker. There was some cross book with both the Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew. Yeah, and David Burns, can you still understand German? Yes, especially last couple of years. Jen Jr. and I did a daddy-daughter trip to Europe in 2008. And that was the first time since I was a child in 1962 that I went back to Europe. The two of us were in Berlin together on part of our daddy-daughter tour. We did a trip that encompassed New York, London, Berlin, and then we did a cruise through the Mediterranean, which included Portugal, Spain, Italy, France, and then back to Spain. And we flew back to New York and then back to Calgary. And in that 18, 19-day time frame, we had four 4 days in Berlin together. And I was pleasantly pleased at how easy it was to get by in Berlin, because of course Germans and every hotel in Berlin, they speak English. Come on. Almost anywhere in Europe, they speak English. But the German was coming back to me incredibly. And my daughter had been taking German in university. She was taking German university. So that we were really feeding off each other. And now with Jen and I doing subsequent trips to Europe, starting in 2014 and 15, when our daughter lived in Berlin for a year, well, yeah, that really opened it up. And so, yeah, I'm definitely at some kind of a elementary level there. JR, my sixth grade teacher did that reading out loud thing, The Hobbit. I had nightmares wondering what Gollum looked like. JR, my wife's sister's partner is a German, but she never heard of Bayrock. My grandma made that, and it was to die for. Bayrock, covered with big dollop of butter. Bayrock, not a lurker, loved reading The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, Count of Monte Cristo. Not a lurker, after school, Tim Clancy's books are good. There you go. Yeah, traveling to Europe was absolutely wonderful for us. And as I say, I love going to Europe now. I just so enjoy it. Yeah, it took me a long time to get to shake off that I could only converse in German. I could now converse in English, and that took years. But this is what we're talking about: 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. My grades were terrible, just terrible. I struggled mightily to get by, and I needed motivating teachers to really show me. My teacher in grade 4 was Mr. Parkinson, and he was in his younger years in the Second World War. He was a British captain in the British Army, and now he's a school teacher in Canada in around 64, 65, 66, I guess this was. Yeah, 65. Wow, just what a motivator this guy was. I thrived under him. Unfortunately, I had him only for 1 year, because grade 5 we moved 80 miles away, and now I was in a grade. I had a female teacher in grade 5 who clearly hated her career, and it wasn't good for me. At grade 6, I had a female teacher who also hated her career. It was a different school. Grade 7, another different school. Junior high, and this is where you had a homeroom and you went to different rooms for different subjects. So I had 7 to 8 different teachers, of which 1, 2, 3, 4 may have been very inspirational. One of which was amazing. He was amazing. Put the fear of God in us, actually. Scared the hell out of us. But within about 3 months, I had to have a one-on-one with him, which lasted maybe 5 minutes. And this guy turned me 180 degrees, from not fearing him, but to wanting to engage with him rather than not engage with him. He turned away from being an intimidator to an influencer. And oh my gosh, that was huge for me. That was huge. And that helped me going forward for the rest of my life. It really helped. Didn't help my grades with anything else all that much, not all that much, but he was a huge, that gentleman, Mr. Woodall and Ode, were we terrified of that man. Oh, good Lord Almighty. Every year. I was only at the school for 2 years. The first year we were the grade 7s. The second year we were the senior kids, grade 8, and we could watch the terror in the grade 7's eyes. But had he been a high school teacher, I would have been in his class every year. I would have aimed for him every year if I could. But as it was, he was my science teacher for 2 years, and I did not do well in science going into that year, but 7 and 8 I did very well in science. Yeah, what can I say? Pronounced beer rock. Beer rock. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is, JR. Bobby, happy Friday, Uncle Bruce and everybody. Aurora, good morning, all. Karen, I just listened to the Count of Monte Cristo for my book club. It's long. JR, my grades were just awful during my public school career. It wasn't until I got tired of being a janitor that I went to college and the world opened up to me academically. Isn't this something? Not a lurker anymore. Yes. Wing Commander, good morning. I'm number 63, Bruce. Robert Benson, Berlin is a great city. Lived there 2 years. Neukölln was our blast. I don't know what that means either. I don't know everything. Thank you all for joining us. We are up 42 on the pre-market on the Dow, 2 points on S&P, unchanged on NASDAQ. We're not going anywhere here. And the oil down $1 a barrel. That's what I see here. That's what I'm saying. That's what I note. SOFI 691, up 1 penny today at the moment. That's what we have so far. Yeah, Biden and family participate in the Thanksgiving plunge into the frigid waters off Nantucket. Oh my. And not much else going on. Microsoft down a quarter, 377.60. Nothing should happen today. That would be a good normal today. Happy Thanksgiving from JJ. Hi, Robert. Marie, good morning, folks. Waverly, hello all. Robert. Area of Berlin is where he's a Neukölln, is where he was saying, heading up. Waverly, number 61. I don't know where you're talking about in Berlin. So if I ask you, are you near Alexanderplatz in East, or were you in the old West Berlin area near KaDeWe? Or I'm trying to think of other places. You have to let me know. JR, it was a math teacher in college who taught me the first thing to do when encountering a confusing problem is, and I'm waiting for the answer, to remain calm. Thank you, JR. Oh my. Yeah, boy, I tell you, high school, I'm trying to remember influential people in high school. One of them was our gym teacher. I had 2 gym teachers actually that I looked up to because these guys, one of them was really cool. Like he was really cool. He was a hard guy to get to if you got him liking you, did you put in the effort? But he saw the effort, and so you got the rewards of respect, and you were treated like an adult. The second guy was a guy that calmed me down. He helped me relax and said, "Look, man, you're 16 years old. You don't have to be a 28-year-old, 38-year-old successful person right now. You can be 16. But at 16, you have everything in front of you that can be good, or you can go down another path where everything is bad. And I'm not going to lecture you about this because you are sick and tired of hearing about it. So you make your own call, but I think you're on the right track." And boy, he really calmed me down a lot. He was my math teacher as well. And he realized how I was struggling with mathematics. And I said to him, "Hey, percentages, adding and subtracting and dividing and multiplying, I'm good at that. Algebra and anything beyond, I don't get it, and I don't care. I don't want to get it because my father was a retailer, and you had to know how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide to make money." And I said, "That's all I think I need to know. I'm not going to create rockets that are going to take man into outer space. So don't try to turn me into something I'm not going to be. I'm the son of a retailer, and that's what I'm bombarded by 7 days a week in my home life. Retail. I want to take that skill as far as I can take it." Well, thankfully, the stock market and retail are very similar. They're very close. And that's how we're going. But I had no idea I was going to be a stockbroker. I didn't know what the hell a stockbroker was. Anyway, he was good. Happy Black Friday. Number 60 says Larry Titus, Alberto, short squeeze. What would we do? Alberto, Robert, it's a neighboring area to Kreuzberg. Robert, worst was the hip area to live in the 2010s. So was this former East Berlin area? Was it former West Berlin area? Help me. No sell, no sell. Math is hard. Ignore those geeks. Or those Greeks, ignore the geeks and ignore the Greeks. NVIDIA shares fall as it reportedly delays export compliant China AI chip. That will always be part of the story going forward for NVIDIA. That this is not a one-day wonder. This will be a new norm. Look, my headline today is a SOFI short squeeze to $50. Fact or fiction? Are we going to get a short squeeze on SOFI? And what would make a short squeeze happen? And how bad could it be? How good could it be? How great could it be? How ungreat? What's the story? And Bruce, tell me them. Just tell me what day and what time to buy SOFI if there's going to be a short squeeze, because I love your channel and I love following you, but I'm really busy right now. So look, I'll buy as many SOFI as possible if you just tell me a couple of minutes before it takes off when to do this. Not that the SEC would ever investigate why a whole bunch of investors bought SOFI all at the same time in a 5-minute window just before it took off forever. Not that the SEC would investigate that. Welcome, everybody, to the happy hour. Look, SOFI, there could well be a short squeeze on SOFI. Yeah. The question is, what kind of a short squeeze would we have? Excuse me. The one short squeeze that most of you are familiar with, either you lived it or you've heard about it since it happened, or you watched a movie called Dumb Money, is the short squeeze on GameStop. That one you're familiar with. Now, some of you are also familiar with the short squeeze that kind of happened on AMC, but didn't last long. It didn't go as well. Then there were potential short squeezes on a number of other meme stocks out there. But the GameStop story was the big one that dominated world media everywhere. But there are other kinds of short squeezes. We could get a GameStop short squeeze, I guess, on SOFI, but I'm not counting on that, and I'm not predicting that in my calculations. I don't think we're going to go from $6.91 a share to $350, $400 a share in 2 months. I can't imagine that for SOFI. And the reason is that there are too many differences in the structure of the share positions. GameStop had 74 million shares in existence before the short squeeze. And before the short squeeze, there were 55 million that could possibly trade as free trading. And there were 71 million shorted, as far as we knew, against the 50 odd million free trading and the 74 million in existence. So those numbers were unsustainable going forward, that if any kind of buying wave came in, sustained buying wave, that could trigger a short squeeze. And then that would create unbelievable speculation. And that's exactly what happened. But people were calling for that in the summer of 2020, the fall of 2020, November, December of 2020, they were expecting it, and it didn't happen. It started to happen. The stock started to move up in October and November and December. And it did get into the teens, maybe even to the low 20s, but it was January of 2021 where it began to explode and reverberate and go up and down. And in February, it had a run, a crash, another run through March and April, and we know history beyond that. We also had a situation where GameStop traded maybe 1 million or 2 million shares a day before the squeeze, only to trade 100 to 500 million shares a day to sustain the run. So think about this today. If you have a 70 million share outstanding stock company, 70 million, and it took 100 million a day to 500 million shares of trading every day to run that market to 400 a share, 350 a share for a short period of time, and a lot of time between 150 and 250 dollars a share. It took that kind of volume to get that to happen. Now look at SOFI. There are 958 million shares outstanding. It's 12 times as many, 13 times as many shares. There's 885 million free trading. That's 16 times as many, 17 times as many shares outstanding. And there's 117 million shorted. Now, that's more than were shorted on SOFI, 71 million shares. The bad news is SOFI, GameStop only had 50 million free trading, 70 million short, 50 million free trading. Here we have 117 million short, but 885 million free trading. Not the same story. From a technical stock overview picture, all right? But then again, the two companies are completely different. So GameStop was supposed to go out of business as a brick and mortar retailer. They were supposed to do a blockbuster. They were supposed to start closing stores, laying off tens of thousands of employees, and shutting down their distribution networks and just fading away to nothing. That was what was supposed to happen with GameStop, according to the experts at the time. And that was the view from 2016, 17, 18, 2019, 2020, and all that rage in 2021. The pessimists were going out of business. That did not happen. SOFI, the fintech bank, is not going out of business. They're not a blockbuster. They are the future of finance. They are the future of banking. They are on the complete opposite side of what the GameStop story was. Old-fashioned going away. Here, this is the future, Marty. This is the future. And so we have here the preferred banking method of 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds and 40-year-olds. And of course, many 50 and 60-year-olds are using SOFI because they're finding it very handy to have banking on a phone. This is great. So SOFI is revolutionizing retail banking and loan getting and everything else that SOFI is into. They're into everything, and they will continue to expand their services. 7 million users plus. And another thing about SOFI, every quarter for the last number of quarters, they've done the same thing every time. They've added more members to get from 3 million to 5 million to now 7 million. They're going to 10 million, 15 million users in the next 5 years. That's a guarantee. They've gone from much higher sales and revenues every quarter, and they've been losing less money every quarter and been exceeding their estimates and analysts' estimates. Every time analysts come out and say they're going to lose 28 cents a share next quarter, and they lost 21. Well, they're going to lose 17 cents next. They lose 11, whatever these numbers are. They exceed. Last quarter was the first time in quite a while where they didn't officially exceed the expectations. But that was because they took the opportunity to do a $260 million write-down of goodwill impairment charges that used up no cash whatsoever. They took a bookkeeping transaction and took advantage of that in the last quarter to officially lose 20-something cents a share last quarter. That was worse than expected. But then the analysts dug into the numbers and went, wait a minute. Oh, hold it. That's a one-off. That's not operational. That is a restructuring of finances and assets. These guys only lost 3 cents a share last quarter. That's really what happened, is they lost very little money last quarter compared to the last 4, 5, 6, 7 consecutive quarters prior to that. And today, the speculation is, and people are waiting and waiting and waiting, that the quarter that we're in right now will be the first 3-month window of profitability for SoFi. And the next quarter and the next quarter and the next quarter after that will be better and better and better. And then the speculation is, well, wait a minute. If these guys post 4 consecutive quarters of profits, 5 cents a share, 8 cents a share, 15 cents a share, 22 cents a share, show us any 4 quarters of increased profits, not only profits, but increased profits, you're S&P 500 eligible. You could become a member of the S&P 500 index. And if you become a member of the S&P 500, that opens up SoFi stock to investing by pension funds, mutual funds, growth funds, banking funds. I mean, that opens up dozens and dozens of potential institutional investors that could come in and buy each millions of shares of stock for 20 years. This changes the investor dynamic away from people who like buying stocks under $10 a share and love growth prospects to long-term investors looking for long-term growth. This is a totally different group of investors. And these folks have deep, very patient pockets. That's the next year that we're looking at. We're into the first quarter of those 4 quarters. Now, does that create a short squeeze on its own? No. But what else could create a short squeeze? Well, the fact that if analysts start coming out one after the other with predictions of the kind of money these guys are going to make in the next year and the year after that and the year after that, they start coming up with 2 and 3 year projections of earnings. And those earnings are showing 50 cents a year to $1.50 a year. I mean, the range could be very wide. You start getting people going, well, wait a second here. If these guys can make $1 a share, $1 a year profit per share, $1 a year profit per share, and they trade at 20-time earning multiple, that's a $20 stock. Others will say they're not going to trade at 20 times earnings. They're going to trade at 40 to 50 times earnings because their growth curve is double every year. They can go from 50 cents a share profit to $1 a share to $2 a share just in those next 3 years. And if the investor out there is thinking, well, they're making 50 cents a share this year in the next 12 months, why wouldn't I pay 40 times earnings for that? That's significant. That's $20 a share right there. But if it's 40 times earnings, $1 a share the year after that, that's 40 a share. And if it's even 30 times earnings, $2 a share, that's a $60 stock in 3 years. 20 to 40 to 60 in 1, 2, and 3 years. It's $6.89 right now. Now, there are institutions out there that cannot buy this stock right now. They cannot buy it. They're not allowed to buy it. Their conduct rules, or whatever you want to call it, their so-called investment criteria, can only invest in S&P 500s, can only invest in profitable corporations, can only invest in stock that's over $20 a share. I mean, there's all kinds of different rules for different institutional conservative investors. There are the hedge funds who will do anything. There are the wild and wacky retail investors that will have no rules. But then there are those with deep pockets and very strict rules. So once this hits 20 and it's an S&P 500, profitable and growing, we're talking about the idea of attracting a different kind of clientele completely with very deep pockets. That's where the stock goes from 20 to 40 and 40 to 60 and or beyond that. Because again, I don't know if $1 a share is conservative in 2 or 3 years, or not? What if in 3 years they're making 250 a share? In reality, they're making $2.5 billion a year in profit. What if they are the 20th largest bank in America? What if they've got 150 billion in assets in deposits and they're lending out, their revenues are 10, 15 times higher than now in the next 3 to 5 years? This could be a $200 stock. And so the fundamentals justify SOFI at 40 to 60 or more, just the fundamentals. Then there's the wild card, and that's where we sit back and go, yeah, but what about all those shorters out there? There are institutional hedge fund players that officially are short stock, and then there are those unofficially short stock, just like GameStop, through the derivatives market, where we don't see those trades. Those are off the market, tailor-made asset certificates by speculators in the derivatives business through London and Hong Kong and elsewhere. That could represent 1 billion shares of SOFI stock in itself, let alone the 100 and whatever million we have shorted. 117 million we're short here that we can see. We think we can see. What if there's 1.2 billion shares actually shorted on SOFI, and a couple of enterprising hedge funds out there like Melvin Capitals are not shorters. They're looking to catch shorters with their pants down. They're sitting in that little cubicle over there with their shorts down by their ankles. Why don't we run the market on them? Why don't we just buy up this stock on the open market and just run it up to 8 to 10 to 12 to 14? And by the time those guys drop the newspaper beside the toilet, get the toilet paper going, flush the toilet, pull up their pants and come out of the cubicle to run back to their offices, this stock is already on their way. It's already gone from 680, 690, 750, 850. What if we did that? Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen in 30 seconds. I am thinking, what if in 30 days, we go from 688 a share, 690 a share to $15 in a month? That's a GameStop move. That's a GameStop December 2020 move. Okay. Can you imagine how much discussion would be going on Discord pages, Reddit pages, Wall Street bet pages, podcasts all over the place? YouTube channels will pop up like crazy. There'll be dozens of new YouTube channels all talking SOFI, just nothing SOFI. This thing goes from 6 to 15 in 4 weeks. Just imagine how active this channel gets with all of you out there who are sitting on gobs of stock that you're praying will go to 10 again and doesn't go to 10. You're hoping like out of a miracle it'll reach 12 and it doesn't go to 12. And you're thinking, wouldn't it be nice if it goes to 50? And it does go to 50. And you're all there going, Bruce, what do I do now? Can you imagine the buzz in the markets? If SOFI started trading 600 million to 1 billion shares a day on rampant speculation, because remember, if GameStop could trade 500 million shares a day and there were only 50 million free trading and 70 million shorted, that meant 120 million shares were flying around out there. And we were doing 4 times that a day, day after day after day after day. What happens if SOFI, with, what is it here? 885 million shares in free float, 117 shorted, that's 1 billion now. If officially 1 billion shares out there, what if we trade 1 billion a day? That's only 1 for 1. GameStop was trading 4 to 1. All right, so think about that. Think about something else. There are 100 million people out there and more, maybe 200 million people out there who have these and have platforms on these. They opened up accounts in 2020 and 2021 through every platform trading outfit there is. You know who they are. Not only in America, not in Canada, not just in Europe. I'm talking globally. And we have a stock here that is not $68, is not $600 like Adobe. We're talking about stock under $7 a share, where people feel like, well, I got $7,000. I can buy 1,000 shares of this stuff. I have leverage. I can buy 1,000 shares of SOFI with $7,000 American. Hundreds of millions of people can find that kind of money. You get a bunch of folks coming in. They're trying to buy 100 to a couple of thousand shares each in a 30-day window that are not interested in giving up the stock under $50 a share. First of all, they're thinking, oh no, I'm happy holding this at 40 times earnings with a $1, $2 a share earning number. That's 40 to 80 bucks. Yeah, that's what I'm expecting. You get those kinds of expectations of speculators coming into a stock like this. We start trading at $7, $8, $9, $10, $12. The buying will get higher, will get more aggressive, more panicked. On top of that, now you put in the billion shares of synthetic shorts that are in the derivatives market, plus how many millions are short through the stock market, through the options market that we can watch. The 117 million officially shorted, plus the actual options market we know about. There might be 2 billion shares short on SOFI when it's all said and done. That's what the short position really is. And so a $1 up move equals 2 billion in losses to those on the wrong side of the market. If there are 10 large entities that are covering most of that, there are 10 entities losing $2 billion every time it goes up a dollar. That's 200 million each if they're even, and they're not. This thing goes to $10, a $4, a $3 move, let's say, that's $6 billion in losses. We go up to $15 a share. That what is that now? That's $7 in movement, isn't it? $8 in movement. 8 times 2 billion in losses. 16 billion in losses if they don't cover. And the question is how fast does that happen? And a 30-day move is not fast. Remember GameStop? What happened after December 2020? January 21 showed up, and we moved from that, $15, $18, $20 level to 200 plus, 300 plus. And February, we did 200 to 400, if not 50 to 400. And in March, we were doing 45 to 250 easily, back and forth and back and forth. What if this volume kicks in? We're now talking also the next 6 months. 6 months from now, SOFI will have done their first quarter of profits report, second profit quarterly report, and they're getting ready for their third quarter profit report, which means we could be within 90 days, 6 months from now, of the company reporting their fourth consecutive profitable quarter. And that opens up S&P 500. Remember what happened with Tesla? Do you remember? We talked about that on this show all the time. We talked about how Tesla was not a member of the S&P 500. Why not? We were waiting for Tesla to report their fourth quarter of profits, and we're waiting for S&P to announce that Tesla was going to become part of the S&P 500. What happened with the Tesla stock 6 months before and after that? Go back in time, you'll note that Tesla shares went from 1,000 a share to 4,500 a share because the massive short squeeze that happened on Tesla. There weren't 500% short sellers out there, but on the derivatives market, there probably were. Elon Musk bought stock personally to bolster his holdings. The higher the stock went, the more he bought, because the more he could borrow to buy more stock. What do you think Mr. Noto is going to do when these shares get up to the $15, $20 mark because of earnings, not because of just rampant speculation, but they're backing up the $20 price tag with a 40-time earning multiple on earnings that are going to go from 50 cents a share to $1 a share the next year? You don't think he's going to be bombarded with brokerage firms all over New York, banks all over the world who are going to say, hey, listen, if you need $1 billion to buy up some stock to add to your position, you let us know, because we'll cut a deal that's a balloon deal. We'll cut you a 3-year balloon loan, no interest, no principal for 3 years. We'll talk. I mean, just think about him and his VPs and his directors. These guys are going to want to buy 100 million shares. That's 10% of the company that they're going to want to split between them. They know the future. There's buying coming into SoFi potentially from sources that no one is familiar with. And it'll be at numbers that no one can fathom the kind of money that's going to come in. We might see $20 billion of buying from existing large institutional shareholders that will want to really pop into this, because they're figuring like what happened with Tesla. Tesla went to 4,500 a share. If this stock goes to 100 a share in 3 years, there are going to be institutional investors who are sitting on 20 million shares that are worth $100 a share. How much money is that? Yeah, billions and billions and billions. There are going to be billionaires becoming bigger billionaires. There are going to be millionaires that are going to become billionaires. There are going to be 100,000-aires that are going to become 100 millionaires. There are going to be 100,000-aires going to become millionaires. There are viewers on this channel who are here now who are just going, Bruce, from your lips to God's ears, my God, I have 10,000 shares of this stuff. If it went to $100 a share in a year because of just the explosion of this thing, my 10,000 shares at $100 a share. How much money is that? That's $1 million. That's $1 million. I have viewers with 15,000 shares that will be worth 1.5 million. I've got viewers with 25,000 shares that will be worth 25 million. I have viewers on this channel who I know are going to say, Bruce, I got 10,000 shares. And as soon as this sucker hits $20, I'm going to sell half of those shares into the market. And I'm going to turn right around and I'm going to buy $10 deep in the money calls. Good for 20, 26, 27. I'm going to now go from 5,000 shares that I have to another 10 to 15,000 shares in deep money calls. That's how I'm going to do it. So now I'm in charge of 15 to 20,000 shares. And this sucker goes to 100. Yeah, I'm worth 2 million. I'm worth 3 million. Oh yeah. Yeah, there are viewers of this channel who are going to be writing 100 call contracts every month or two, every 4 to 6 weeks against their stock. And they're going to bring in $2, $3 a share. Then they're going to bring in $4 and $5 a share. And when the stock reaches 80, 90, 100, they're going to be running 120s, 130s, 140s. They're going to be bringing in $8 to $10 a share in premiums every time they write contracts, and their average is $6.50 a share. And they're going to haul in, say, $10 a contract. That's what's going to happen here, definitely, because this channel here, 90% of the viewers who own stock of SoFi from here, they know the future. They know the potential. They've seen this before, but what they've noticed in the past is, yes, GameStop had a short squeeze. And yes, it went to 300 something a share. And they made a movie about it. Absolutely. But that it didn't stay there. This stock here, when this thing breaks 20 to 30, It's because the PE multiple is justifying the price. We're not even talking about a short squeeze hullabalooza yet. Palapalooza, what do you want to call it? We're talking short squeeze hullapalooza after that, taking it from the 2025 level to 45.50. That's the short squeeze. But a quarter or two after the first run up, you get the new numbers and the new projections for the next 12 months, because they keep getting done every 30 days. New projections, upgrades. You're going to start seeing estimates of $2 a share in profits coming your way in not too far a future. And you're going to realize this is $80 a share, $100 a share territory on the PE multiple. And then the short squeeze, add 50% to that, and you're going from 80 to 120, 100 to 150. Somewhere in this neighborhood is going to be the accepted price. We're 689 right now, by the way. And welcome, everybody. Oh, Robert, okay, Uncle Bruce, before you go, members only mode, have a nice weekend. We'll see you Monday or Monday night. You take care. JR, I just calculated the value of my shares. Mandu, 77, good morning, everybody. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. Diego, Uncle Bruce, can you send me a link to the Discord? JR, just calculated the value of my SoFi shares at 20, and I just about fell off my chair. Let's go, SoFi. Larry Titus, the bells have rung. Bruce, we're open. The bells. Thank you, Larry, from JR. Spare up 2 years in total, and I will sit in 2 countries while saving money. Thanks to this. Oh, yeah, baby. Welcome to the party, pal. And Spicy, thank you, my friend, for being a member of this channel for 16 months. 16 months, 83 thumbs ups and counting. We have a gold bagel member here, letting the world know how long. Been a member. Thank you, Kobe. I'm at an average now of $3,500 a month. The classes pay out over and over and over and over and over and over again. Thank you for letting everybody know and for being part of this channel. You're not alone, Spicy. There are many here. There are numbers here who are not here today. There are many who want to be here. There are a number who will become members. They will join in, and there are folks taking classes right now. We just had a sale that expired last week, and we got class number 17 coming up, coming right at you, December the 9th. Class number 17, rollovers, and how to take losing option trades and make them winning option trades. Yes, we're going to have some fun in class 17. I welcome you all who are coming. I've already registered for the class, grabbing your seat. Absolutely. $6.93, by the way, on SoFi. We're up 4 cents. Welcome one and all to the party, and welcome all to learning how to make more money from options trading than you've ever made in your day job. Spicy is only still ramping up. Spicy knows what I know, that a year from now, Spicy Android is not going to be making $3,500 a month from options anymore. That's going to be a figure from way back when. Yeah, a year ago to now, how has there been a difference? I would say. Not a lurker. I think we're up 20 cents, Bruce. I think we're up 20 cents a share. Well, I say go as high as humanly possible because my viewers deserve only the best. Bobby says, I think we're up 2 cents a share. But it's okay. We're long-termers, and that might be a year too. Splair, member for 32 months. Splair's been a member for 32 months. Loyal to this channel, thanks to the connection with my mobile phone Wi-Fi bill, but I need both for the success. So it's working great. A Splair from Dortmund, Germany. Thank you, Splair, for being around for so long. You have come such a long way from what you first started out as. There's been members here who have helped this member get better, and you guys know who you are. It's fantastic. We have 84 thumbs ups here. Thank you guys for 84 thumbs ups. If any of you can hit the thumbs up button for us, get us to the triple digits. We only need 15 or so to get to 100. That would be beautiful. Thank you all so much for being here and hanging out with us on this holiday Friday. SoFi. Will there be a short squeeze? Yeah, there could be. Will it be a GameStop short squeeze? I don't think so, and we don't need it. Do we really want it to go that far and then come back down? No, I would rather have this kind of a short squeeze forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever, years and years and years. Give me one of those Tesla squeezes where we went from 700 to 4,500 in a year and a half, and then we split 5-for-1 and it went again to 2,000, whatever those numbers are. I'm a happy camper. Yeah, let's go to 5 billion shares outstanding, and we're at $100 a share. Yeah, can you imagine having 5 times the number of shares you have now, and then you're trading at $100 a share? Now do your calculations. How much are you worth now? And how many of you have got SoFi tucked away in your IRAs and your 401k so that that entire gain is a tax-free move for now? The premiums you're bringing in are additional. Now, how is retirement looking for you guys? Welcome to the party, pal. Stephen Butler, I'm late to the party. Good morning, all. I think I'm in the low 80s on that like button. Go SoFi, go. Splair, I can always recommend join the first month, study a little, write with us together the first call, and then you'll see where it is heading forward. Brian, number 86, everybody. I'm number 86. Good morning. Let me know what number you guys are. If you're hitting the thumbs up button, tell me what number you are. Let me know where you're watching me from today. What's your temperature today? What's the price of gas where you are today? And let me know with a yes or no answer. In the last week or so, leading up to Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving itself, give me a yes or no answer. Have you been approached by anyone about your trading through this channel, how you're doing? Has anyone asked you about how you're doing with your options and stuff? Yes or no? Let me know. I'm curious. BZ, member for 29 months, Bruce. Been a member of your channel at the gold bagel level, Splair gold bagel level member, Spicy Android gold bagel level members right up here for the last 29 months. My God. How many? JR? Nope, I haven't been approached by anybody. Waverly? Nope, not yet. No one's approached me. Well, except the wifey, says JR. She's kind of asking. She's starting to ask questions. Is that happening to you guys? I'm sure it is. I'm sure wives have husbands asking. I'm sure her brothers have brothers asking. Sisters. I'm sure it happens. But she wants to sell out at 11. White Feather, no, I don't really like to talk to anyone about this. I don't want to talk. This is my secret sauce. This is my secret power I have. Alberto, I set a limit sell on SoFi at $40. Laugh out loud. Multimillionaire, short squeeze. Bring it, baby. Come on. How you doing? Yeah, Brian, I've been a member for 14 months on this channel. Thanks, Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen. I am but a small fish, but I am still having fun. Thank you. Right on. Computer Whiz, my boss asks, but he's too scared to participate. Knowledge is the key. Splair, only a friend, girl from me until now asked a little deeper and was fascinated how my life has changed thanks to this. This will continue. Waverly, dark day in Dublin today in more ways than one. 8 degrees Celsius feels colder. It was terrible what happened over there. JR, I'm avoiding that conversation for as long as possible. Actor, 2 people questioned my trading strategy. Neither were under the age of 65. No energy for new ideas. Very interesting. Really, it is fascinating, isn't it? We are the minority. There's no question that this channel, we are so specialized in what we talk about here, writing options against what you have, writing options on what you want to write options on. The big change in the last 6 months on this channel was when I started to tell you how you can write options on stock you don't own, on shares you're not gonna ever own. Also, how you can write options on indexes, how you can write cash secured puts, how you can write credit spreads, and of course iron condors. How you're now realizing I do a trade on I put together a trade on an iron condor on a stock, and I only have to try to keep my condors above and below the stock price. I don't have to worry about the stock price, and my risk on these trades are per condor in the hundreds of dollars, not the tens of thousands of dollars per position. If I buy 100 shares of Tesla and it goes down $50 a share, I lose 5 G's. I do an iron condor on Tesla and I'm wrong, I could lose $300 to $800 on a condor. That's my worst case scenario. I like this game. I sleep easier at night. I have a whole different outlook on this market than from 6 months ago, a year ago. Completely different. Hector, I'm watching from the east coast of Mexico, by the way. Welcome, Hector. Alex, my mom keeps on about getting 5% interest on her savings account. I keep telling her SOFI cash secured puts can return 40%. Blank looks in response. Huh? 40% on my money from SOFI? Yeah, I do that here. Because of me, she's still sitting on a bunch of AMD long-term, but somehow I can't convince her into this. Joe, everyone asks me how my day trading is going with the current market. I try to explain about the bagel man and the writing of contracts. They give me a blank look on both of these topics. That's true. I believe it, Joe. I believe it. Thanks, Joe. Karen, I have one friend who understands options. My kids understand because I brag about how well I'm doing. So there you go, Hector. What are the trading hours today? Restricted. I think we close at 1 Eastern. Good morning, Uncle Bruce. Sitting here in the stadium getting ready for the football game. Right on, Farmos. Thank you, my friend. Say hi to everybody and have a great time out there. It is so true, isn't it? So true of many of you who are, you get asked, you do get asked by friends, especially some of your very close. That was easy. You get asked by some of your closer friends and relatives. They've noticed something about you. They've noticed. They can tell something's up. So, yeah, he or she, they're still working like that. The two of them, the two of them, they're still working, but they seem to be in a lot better mood. They don't talk like they used to talk about their topics of what they talk about aren't the same anymore. I never remember them talking about the stock market or interest rates or inflation. They never cared about the unemployment rate. They never cared about bond yields. What are they? There's something going on over there. And then others of you have told me, Uncle Bruce, I have tried so hard to help my best friend or my coworker who is just like in the movie Dumb Money. There was the nurse who was investing and the other nurse going, no, thanks. And friends, some of these other folks, they tried desperately to tell their pals and they got nowhere. You know what I mean? I know what you mean. JR, people asked about the Secaucus meet and greet, then say, oh, that sounds fun. But that's about as far as it goes. And what they don't realize is, wait a minute, you flew from California to New York, New Jersey, Newark, and the whole reason for you to go was that you're going to meet this YouTube guy that you watch every day, who with his wife had flown from Europe from a vacay back to JFK, worked his way to Secaucus, New Jersey, to reserve space at an Outback Steakhouse to have a meet and greet with the viewers of the channel for those in the area and those who were coming great distances. And you flew from California to Secaucus to meet this guy. How long were you there? 2.5 hours, 3 hours. You did all that for a couple of hours to sit across and you got a free lunch out of the deal. I mean, that's what you did. How can you do that? Alberto was there for 40 minutes. Alberto showed up for 40 minutes, flew in, saw us, and flew out. Unbelievable. Andreas, thanks for the insights. Bruce delivers as always. Sorry, I wasn't used to the pacing anymore. Splair, is there in November again a meeting there? Are you going to do a meeting in California? And Zeta State, 89 thumbs ups, buddy. I'm here for you. Thank you. Vimy, oh man, I live 30 minutes from where? GameStop, 169,000 volume, laughing out loud. We're talking quiet. Vimy from Secaucus. I'm so close to Secaucus. Splair, I want to see finally some viewers and a mighty Professor Uncle Bruce on U.S. soil. And J.R. Alberto is the greatest of all time. We're hoping to do a meet and greet in California this winter, but it won't be until after Auntie Jen gets her second hip replaced. We're flying down next Friday, and she'll be in her doctor's office or surgeon's office for her pre-surgery consultation and everything. That'll be just before the middle of the month, and then we're crossing our fingers that by the end of the month she'll have had her operation. And then through January and through February will be rehab time. And so that could set up March of 2024 or April as a possible meet and greet session for California. And the last one we did in Ontario, California, because that's a suburb of the greater Los Angeles area. And it's easy to get to Ontario by car, by plane, and other methods. And I thought we might just do it again. We might just do Ontario, California, the in and out, and do a get together. And if it's March, April, it's going to be nice and warm in the daytime. We could literally do it on their patio again if we wanted to. But I got to check with the manager and see if that works. That might happen. We'll see what gives. I'll let you know what I know, but that's the possibility right there. Oh, I meant the East Coast, says Blair. Not this spring, my friend. It's got to be West Coast. Vimy, what the hell are you guys doing in Secaucus? That sounds terrible. As Blair, at least California is restricting my Vegas, and I want to plan a 1 week to trip at least. Walter Young, I am number 90, Bruce. Thank you, Walter, for being here. BZ, Vimy, I'm in Little Falls. It was hilarious when people asked where you're from, and I would just point and say about 20 minutes from there. JR, dang, my headphones just died. I'll have to listen to Uncle B the old-fashioned way. JR, come on, Cerritos. Uncle B's, come to Cerritos. Alex, SoFi Stinker said at 6:51, just in case it wants to come down. I'm buying, says Alex. Welcome all of you from around the world to the channel. We have 177 of you here right now. It's great to have you here on holiday Friday, the Thanksgiving Friday. We got 93 thumbs up, so that means we have about 84 slackers that have not given us a thumbs up. Because, I think on Thanksgiving Friday, everybody here should give us a thumbs up. I mean, it's Friday. It's the holiday. I mean, come on. Help me out. Tell YouTube by giving us a thumbs up that people should come over here and join this party. If you can, I would so appreciate it. Thank you all for helping out. 98 there. We're almost at 100. There they go. 101. Here they come, you guys. Oh, man, you're awesome. 8 thumbs ups just like that. Thank you, guys. Under 73 watching. Nice to have you with us. If you're wherever you're from, let me know. Where are you watching me from today? What city are you in the U.S. or Canada, or what country, or whatever you want to disclose to the world? Where are you hanging out? Are you on holidays? Are any of you guys in Mexico, Hawaii, the Caribbean? Where are you? Where are you watching from? It's all great. Thank you. Splair, I would plan autumn next year, not spring. First savings have to be produced here. JD, also number 90, by the way. Richard Carlin, Outback, here I come, baby. I'll be there. Vinny, Sing Bull Gaming. Hey, Vinny. Bruce, are you from New Jersey too? I thought you were Canadian. My dad is named Bruce too. No, I am Canadian, but we stopped in Secaucus on the way home from Europe. And then we flew from Newark back to Calgary after the sessions were over. But we did a get together in the Northeast for the first time. And it was great to see everybody that came out. Deep value, thumbs up. People, wake the hell up. Splair, except if you plan a meet and greet in Vegas for autumn 2024, somewhere before you go to Australia, would be great if that's in your mind, Richard, neat, Splair, thumbs ups for Bruce. Vinny, BZ, I'm in the Morristown area. Vinny in Trump territory. Brett is here. Hey there, Brett. Uncle Bruce, thoughts on SoFi's downward channel on the daily. Northwest Idaho is where I'm from, buddy. Oh, you're close to where I was in Creston then. Zeta State, thumbs ups, everybody. Hector, neat. BZ, Outback Steakhouse, Secaucus, New Jersey. That was fun. At the gym in Mobile, Alabama. That's where I am, says Avia. I'll say AT is here. Hello. JR, the further it falls, the greener my cover calls and iron condors get. Let's go down, except for SoFi, of course. Who cares, says number 105. Good morning, Uncle Bruce. Thank you so much for these thumbs ups. Zed Estates going, neat, Karen. I'm in Clovis, which is near Frisco. Or near Fresno, near Fresno, California. Richard, Corona, California. BZ, Vinny, I work mainly in Morristown Hospital for the past 3 years. JR, Vegas would be cool. Vinny, Small World, BZ, Splair, or a Los Cabos bagel meetup. That'd be all right. Cindy, good morning from Ferndale, Michigan. Welcome, Cindy. Double D, I need SoFi to dip this month. I'm looking for a 602 fill. Splair, but Vegas seems to be affordable for most people in different ways. Kind of, but kind of not as affordable as it used to be. There was a time Vegas was bargoons. Not so much anymore. Those surcharges and those BS resort fees and all the other crap. Parking your car for $20 when it used to be free. Yeah, not so good. Not so good. Food used to be a deal over there. Not anymore. Vegas has turned. Turned. The Credit Savage. Good morning, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. And, of course, Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen. I had a wonderful Thanksgiving dinner with the family. Lots of laughs and love. Hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving, too. Welcome, my friend, Fool of a Took. Good morning from Cincinnati, WKRP country. I am late today. Lame duck in the gentle giant town, Alton, Illinois, across from St. Louis. Robert Wadlow, welcome, lame duck, to the show. JR, as if Vegas didn't make enough from the gamblers. There you go. Yeah, I'm not too keen on Vegas. It's really downer for me. Jen and I were there the last time we were there. Not fun at all. Splair, yeah, you can book an expensive luxury penthouse or just go outside of a famous hotels. And one German guide said on Aramis Merlin's latest hour, there's a discount in one of the hotels. Spire, I mean discount for good food. Yeah, Vegas is a turnoff. It has really gone down for what used to be a really good time for a great deal. Not anymore. And you pay dearly now in Vegas in many little and big ways. Not great. Wedbush is noting that Apple's iPhone 15 sees a strong demand. Very good. Let's see. S&P Flash, U.S. manufacturing PMI fell to 49.4 in November, a 3-month low. So something came out today. PMI came out. Let's see here. Let's go. Bobby, Swinging Hammers in Brockville, Ontario, Canada. Welcome, Bobby. JR, let's go to Silver City then. Let's go to Reno. Let's go to Laughlin. Let's go where the money ain't. Oh my. Splair, then probably better in Los Cabos. Good Mexican food instead of classical bagels. Bobby lost interest in Vegas. Nickel and dime to death. Now it's dollars being nickeled and dollared to death. Yeah, it's bad. It's just terrible. Some of the prices in Vegas, scary. Jen and I and Jen Jr. were there about a year and a half ago. Did not feel it. Did not feel good times. No way. Alex, Uncle Bruce, there's that I'm getting old phrase again. It ain't what it used to be. You are correct. JJ, I think the real bargain poised to move up is Rocket Lab. Bought shares pre-market on the Uncle Bruce trade alert, says JJ. Bobby ME back to pushing the 90-cent level. And Splair, well, you all live on the other side. I only see YouTubers. There you go. Let's take a look at some pricing here on some of our favorites. What's going on? The Dow's up 75. The S&P is up a third of a point. Nothing going on here. Down 24 on NASDAQ. Oil is down 68 cents at 76.42. Spider's up a penny. Enphase at 99.06, down $1.14. The Spiders are up 7 cents, but the triple Qs are down 63. We've got GameStop at 12.26, down 3 cents. SoFi 6.88, down 2. Volume 2.7 million. There's nothing going on SoFi right now. Apple down $1.50 at 189.81. It's backed up a bit. Netflix down 29. Adobe down 460. About time. 6.15 a share. AI down 62. Nvidia down 350 at $483. Tesla holding a gain of 174. We got Rocket Lab down 1.5, Matterport down 1.5, SmartRent up 9 at $3.16 a share now. ATIP unchanged. Unity's up 17. Google down $1.30. Moderna up 140. Cisco up 12. Pfizer up 17. IBM up 56 cents, or down 56 cents, I should say, on IBM. HPQ down 8. Microsoft down 51. ME up 2.2 cents to 90.1. A high of 91 cents on ME. I think ME is going to break $1. I think that is the plan behind ME, that the dollar print or more is going to happen. Just me guessing. It's just me alone. I have not read it anywhere. I haven't seen anything anywhere. I just have the vibe that with the buy call being made by, who was it? JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan. Who made that call? Somebody, an analyst called it a $1.70 stock. Somebody gave it a, it's going over $1. I think so. I think there's buying coming in here. Amazon down 46 cents. Home Depot up 54. Vanik down 7. Goldman up 46. Boeing up $1. Meta down 150. Target down 26. JP Morgan up 52. Costco up $3. Walmart is up 46, by the way. Disney up 61. American Airlines up a nickel. DraftKings up 11. AMC down 11 to 688. Royal Caribbean down 17 cents. 104.80 on Royal Caribbean. Crazy. There you go. 77.05. SoFi 688. Down 3 at the moment, and that is kind of at the low end of our range. There's very little happening. Very quiet. 2.4 million. There's nothing going on today. Shouldn't be. There shouldn't be. But you never know. Coyote, what's up, dude? From Beach Boy. Splair, I had a great relaxation day yesterday. How was yours, Coyote? Hope everything is fine in your part of the world. Credit Savage, just woke up to some nice red and seams of those AI March 30 cover calls I wrote to July, 32.5, and I got $1 for, have lost more than $2 each. Is this how you do it? Laugh out loud. Thank you, gamblers. Coyote, hey there, Beach Boy. Lame Duck, 195, not sure who. And Alberto, Uncle Bruce, put on the foil hat. Let me know when this shirt squeeze is coming for SoFi. You just let me know when this baby is going to hit 88 miles an hour. Folks, you can put $1,000 together, 5,000, 10,000, every increment of 1,000. You can write a cash secured put on SoFi. You could go ahead and decide to say to SoFi, you know what, option gamblers, I'm going to put up 1,000 or 10,000 bucks or whatever it is, and I'm going to write January 2025 $10 put contracts. That's a 14-month contract. I'm going to put up $1,000 and I'm going to collect about $390 against it, maybe $395. That's almost 40% on the full amount that I'm putting up. So I'm going to put up 1,000 and bring in $395 against it. And if the shares of SoFi between today, November 2023, and December 2025, after at least four earnings reports, if not the fifth one, will be out between now and then. There'll be at least 4 quarterly reports on SoFi released between now and January 2025. The stock is higher than $7 a share, I make money, because at $7 a share, the put contract is worth $3 in January 2025. I'm getting $3.95 right now. I make 95 cents no matter what. That's only 9.5% on my money, by the way. It's only 9.5% return for 14 months if the shares only stay at $7. If they get to $8 a share by January 2025, the contracts are worth $2 each. I keep $1.95. I make 19.5% on my investment for 13.5 months. If the shares get to $9 a share, I clear a $2.95 net profit on the $3.95 that I get. I got to give $1 back. I keep 29.5% return on my $1,000 or $5,000 or $10,000 or $100,000 investment. If the stock closes at $10 a share by the time January 2025 rolls around, these contracts are worthless. I keep all $395 per contract written, and I clear 39.5% on my money. That's as good as it gets. I can't make any more than that. I can only make $395 on my $1,000 investment and every $1,000 increment after that. Of course, if in the next 6 months the shares go up to 10 and these calls drop down to like $1, I can always buy them back for $1 with a 6-month window, so that I cleared $2.95. I cleared 29.5% in 6 months, which is like 59% a year return. And I could then decide, okay, I bought them back for $1. I'm going to now write cash secured puts for $12.50 because the stock's at 10. So I'm going to write $12.50s for January 2025. You'll probably haul in $4 for those. And that's $4 on $12.50. $1,250, you get $400 back right now. That's 35%, 34% on your money. But that's not for a year. That's from like May until January. That's only like 7, 8 months. So on an annualized, that's like 50%, 55% on your money. You can do that again and again and again. Now, if you wish, you can write 12.5s till January 2026. Good for a year and 7 months. You'll probably get $5-6 a contract for the $12.50. Probably. You could play that game, 40, 45% return, 50% return without owning the stock. You don't own any SOFI. So look, you want to make $400 or $395 on SOFI without owning the stock, then write one cash secured put. $1,000 you put up, write one put, get $395 back, and then do this and say, all right, I'm waiting until January 2025 to make 39.5% on my money between now and then, if I wait it all the way out. Now it's up to you how much you want to play this. Isn't this fun? Oh my. Who else is here? Good morning. Thank you all for joining me. Okay. Splair is saying sounds good. JR, I think the short squeeze was yesterday, and I'm going to try to work that off today. The short squeeze. Let's see. Who else is here? JR, the market's up, my watch list up, yet SoFi tanks. What? Why the face? Beach Boy, for everyone celebrating Thanksgiving, I just hope the next one will be peaceful. The next one's for you will be peaceful, and better thing to be thankful for than this one. Right on, Beach Boy. JR, Beach Boy, same wishes to you too. Farmerless beer in the stadium update from last week, 11 and 10.50 for the generic Bud and Miller, etc. That's how much beer is in the stadium. Brian, what about GameStop cash secured puts? Do people write those? I'm looking at January 2025, $10 strike, $2.45 to $3 spread, or January 2023. No, January 20, can't be January 2023, 24s. 395 to 450 spread. BW Beach Boy, ditto, buddy. Brett is here. I've never been more than five. There's never been more than 5 Fed pauses on rates before cuts. Recession is what 11 of 14 odds. BW Brett, we are in a recession. They changed the definition earlier this year. Don't buy the hype that we are not. Marcus, 111 thumbs up, by the way. Splair BW from that next job. I am doubling hours in the same day schedule. I will spend probably 100 more for myself, but the other 400 goes directly into savings. There you go. Luca is in the house. How you doing, Luca? 100 here, 110 here, 110 thumbs ups here. Ciao all and Uncle Bruce and that absolute star, Auntie Jen. She's here. Splair, yes, definitely a different view, especially some credit spreads. Brian, Splair, by savings you mean SOGI? As SOFI, Brian says, are you going to SOFI? Splair, or the explanation about poor mind cover call campaigns. Mr. Wallace, cash secured puts on AI. You can do those. You can do cash secureds on GameStop, on anything. You don't have to own any of these stocks. Splair, Brian, first Tilray and Matterport, then SOFI, then AI. Splair, and now this month I load up on another 100 GameStop to get to 300 in total. BW, Mr. Wallace, January 25, 7s, 10s are looking good. Brian, Jan 25, 13. Sorry, poor typing. Yeah, January 25, 13. You can write cash secured puts on GameStop with the stock down here. Yes, I'd say so. BW, yes, we had the meet and greet in New Jersey, and it was at the Outback, and it was fun. It just was very odd watching Uncle Bruce fumble around with his coupon code and senior discount when the bill showed up. I kid. I'm just a kid. I kid. Lame duck. I'm 5. I kid. I'm 6. Lame duck. Still tying up your money so long. Cash secured puts. I'm not a fan. I don't want to tie up for 14 months. Well, again, depending on your risk tolerance and expectations, and do you want to do something where you take 10 grand, write a cash secured put, get about 4 grand back right now? You can do whatever you want with that money, which means you could do 4 more cash secured puts because you just got 4 grand. Now you got 14 and you just got another $1,600, which means you could write another cash secured put on that $1,600. Now you've got $1,000 cash. You can write the 16th cash secured put and bring in 400 cash. So you could take $10,000 and turn it into 16 cash secured puts of $400 each ballpark, and you still got $400 left lying around. And now you're doing this, going, okay, all right. I dare you to take me out. I think these are going to go to 0. And I'm going to have, I have in my account the dough from all 60. Let's go. I got my 10 grand and I got 400 times 16. I got that much more because I'm writing 16 at a time. I'll be able to write 16 more cash secured puts next time. Come on. Bring it on. Come on. Good morning, Auntie Jen from JR. Good morning, Auntie Jen. Hope you both had a great day off yesterday. Richard Carlin, morning, Auntie Jen. Not a lurker, laughing out loud. Roberto, not a lurker, was up. BW, lame duck. You can come in shorter. You just have to find the premium that you want to get money. Money's just sitting there for rolls anyhow. Use some of it. Margin will let you roll if it need be. Alex, lame duck. Cash secured puts perfect for family members who want to make good interest on their money. I write a few, but prefer more active trades like condors and cover calls. I'm with you, Splair. Well, we're at the bottom below 15, same as last year with cash secured puts and poor mind cover calls. Now during the last 3 months back to 2025, it's going to be juicy, says Splair. Alex, lame duck. Also, you might might not have to wait long. We'll probably be over 10 by next earnings in January. Alex, you make a good point. I can't read it, but it's a good point. Dow Jones up 105 points. Spire up a penny. Enphase down 39. GameStop up a penny. SoFi 684. Jen, how are you?
Good. How are the volumes today?
Dead quiet. Absolutely.
People are in a turkey coma.
Oh yeah. Every year, it's really expected. SoFi 3 million shares. Not much going on.
We had fun football games to watch.
Jen had a good time with football yesterday.
Fun.
3 games all day long.
Detroit going in with the best record they've had in a while, and
Blew it.
Then remembered it was Thanksgiving.
They did the typical Thanksgiving thing. They lost. Oh, God. The Cowboys dominated, didn't they?
Oh,
Yes.
Cowboys
Dominated. Had a wonderful time at home. Boy. Yeah. Credit Savage, some SoFi $6 cash secured puts for January 24. Just partially filled at 31 cents. Come on, baby. I love free money. Worst case scenario, I buy SoFi at $5.69. What's wrong with that trade?
Right.
Nothing. Not a lurker.
Nothing wrong.
Alberto, good morning. A relaxing day today. Alberto, cash secured puts 1 to 2 weeks for me. Splair, wait, next SoFi earnings already January? Wasn't it early November the last time? It's coming. Lame Duck, I like monthly premiums. Credit Savage 49ers will take is all, baby.
Boy,
they look good.
Looking good.
BZ, how about those Niners? Anti-Gen.
Yeah, looking good.
Bobby, Amazon Prime had a live football game yesterday. That's big for cord cutters. BW, Anti-Gen, was it beers or bourbon for football watching? Hawks laid on egg. We left with 7 minutes to go in the game. Never do that, but was just dismal. First half stats were for the record heap, that is.
Yeah.
Alberto, Anti-Gen, how you doing?
How
you doing there, Alberto? How you doing? We're getting ready to go, baby. 8 days. We're out of here. Credit, you have totally the best picture, actually, as a player when you watch on the internet. A lame duck. How about Dolly Parton? She looked good. What did Dolly Parton do?
Well, she came out and did a halftime show to support the Salvation Army Red Kettle Drive. She was wearing a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader's outfit. The woman is an alien. She doesn't age.
It's
unbelievable.
I wasn't watching that. I was here in this room.
Her voice sounds exactly the same.
I was in this room on the internet. I was not.
It's yeah. I mean, she did 3 shortened versions of.
Hey,
and then
what did you pay for it?
And then she did a queen. She did the Queens. We are the champions.
We're the champions. Oh, wow. Double.
All for the Red Kettle. So, of course, when they score, the guys pick the short little runner and put him into the Red Kettle. And then the NFL goes, you're not supposed to use props. We're going to fine you. No, we're not. No. Not this time. But you can't use props. But,
yeah, okay. Double D. I would love to see 569 print on SoFi. Credit Savage. Bang, bang, Niner gang. BZ. Credit Savage. Let's go. BW, Dallas and Niners out in first round. Hot too soon. That can happen.
Hey.
That can happen.
And injuries.
Injury to a quarterback. If either of their quarterbacks got injured. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
boy.
Yeah.
Love played good. Oh, he played very good.
Yeah. Yeah. Spare wants to know, did Dolly Parton sing Jolene?
Yes.
She sang Jolene.
She opened with Jolene.
She opened it. Dolly must have got in a time machine, says Lame Duck. What's with this?
Yeah.
Yeah. JR, the wonders of voice enhancement and auto-tune. Love you. Gotta admit that she looks pretty good for her age. Lame Duck. She's 77.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Late 70s. Richard Carlin, they pulled out a turkey leg out of a kettle.
They did.
Turkey leg out of a kettle.
Turkey leg.
What the hell is that?
The 49ers, as they're leaving. He took the entire turkey, the whole board, right?
Took the whole board.
And then throwing turkey into the
into the audience. Oh, Lordy Lou. Oh, no.
Has everybody heard the Fairy Tale of Philadelphia? Everybody on their iTunes uploading the #1 song of the Kelsey brothers?
Anyone?
Anyone?
Not me.
No bad words in this version.
No, Jolene, which is my wife's name, says Lame Duck, by the way.
Way.
Beach Boy, I must be dreaming. There's a voice much like Auntie Jen talking sports. I've never heard that before.
Never heard that.
That's out of the blue.
That's weird.
That's weird.
Weird. And the coin toss, the coin was Madden on one side and the six-legged turkey on the other.
Six-legged turkey on the other side.
Turducken.
Oh man, Splarish. She has then in that case a damn good voice for
I
her.
know.
Richard Carlin, Dak Prescott got a leg out of the kettle. J.R. Laybuck, I hope you're
They all-
not singing the song.
Probably the
Credit
leg
Savage. I'd like to
leg
thank
out.
these covered call gamblers for our new television.
Oh,
For my
nice.
daughter's new TV in her room as well.
Oh.
Don't worry, I got them on special. I bought some new shoes and clothing for everyone too. Thanks, gamblers.
There you
Right on,
go.
Credit Sandwich of Wall
Nice.
Street. Those Wall Street gamblers in the option market are there for you.
A little
folks.
refinishing on
Oh, yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that for sure.
Excellent.
And because of all those gamblers who make you guys dough, you guys turn around and subscribe to this channel. You buy my classes. You become members of Class
See?
17. And that allows us
The
to
money flows.
head to Palm Desert and get Jen a brand new hip. Yeah.
Again and again.
And I rented a Tesla. I did that. I secured that this weekend.
So
And we
he's a
got our
happy
condo.
boy.
And so we got our wheels. We got our condo. Now we got the surgery coming up. And away we go. So I'm motivated to be on the air and help you get richer. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
You betcha.
Look how scruffy you're looking.
Oh,
after like
it's a day
couple
off.
of days.
I'm not. Yeah, I didn't shave. I got a massage today.
You're getting more and more little shiny ones in that beard.
Yeah. Yeah, they're shiny. That's polite of you.
They're shiny.
Kind of you to say shiny lame duck. No way, Flint. My dad is 1 year older than Dolly. Miles of difference. JR, the Credit Savage Wall Street is the goat too. Lame duck can't carry a tune in a bucket. Laugh out loud. Richard, how many hips has Auntie Jen got? One new, one old.
That's right.
Soon to have two brand new hips in there. Gonna
Yeah.
upgrade her from 1955 to 2023.
And having the good one now, used to be the bad one. Now that it's the good one, it just it makes me smile to myself every time I lift my leg.
Pain free.
It's the little things in life.
It's the little things. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
ask you, like, what's your goal? When you have, it's good to have a goal doing the physical therapy, so that you can have little milestones along the way. And like, I don't really have any goals. Well, some people want to be able to, like walk a mile or do a 5K run, and like, I'd like to be able to touch my left foot.
Like to be able to put both my socks on comfortably.
Yeah, I want to be able to put my socks on.
Like to be able to
myself.
clip my own toenails again.
Yeah, it's the little things.
Can I touch my foot, please?
Yeah.
Pain free.
Yeah.
There's a goal. Is there something wrong with that?
Toe touch? Yeah. I know. It's the little things.
It's the little things and everything beyond it. Because if you can touch your own feet and you can put on your socks, your range of motion
Everything
has
changes.
dramatically changed. Because if you can't, can you imagine if you can't touch your own feet?
Yeah, I can.
How limited and restrictive that is, no matter how you do it. This
Yeah.
is a big deal. And that just changes everything else. It's a chain reaction of good stuff.
Yeah.
When you have this pain-free mobility, it changes.
And with the arthritis, it's such an insidious disease that it's just slow over time. It's the frog or the toad in the boiling water.
Right.
And then suddenly you come out, and a week later and you're free of pain, and you can do this.
Right.
It's game changing.
Question mark from Richard. Does she walk in circles?
Yeah.
Olympic
Except
pole
now I
vault.
walk the other way in circles.
Touch grass. I want to be an Olympic pole vaulter again.
Yes.
Luca, funny how the only $30-ish stock with nuts crazy premiums, AI. It's the only one. Brian,
So
GameStop, 200,000 volume. SoFi, 3.9 million volume. Luca, gotta love the dolly. BW, Uncle Bruce is 4'10", and now Auntie Jen is getting a second hip. She will finally be taller than Uncle Bruce at 5 feet tall. Take that, old man. Take that right there.
that's
Yeah.
right.
I'll be looking up to you all the time.
I'm a millimeter taller on my left side than I was before.
And now with her
We'll
new
see.
hip, with her mobility, she'll be able to hide my titanium inserts, and I won't be able to find them.
That's
And of
right.
course, at my speed, I won't be able to catch up with her. She'll be running around the house with them, going, come and catch me if you can." It's going to be infuriating.
No, honey, that's a different game.
Lame duck, John Madden. 6 hips for Auntie Jen. There you go.
6 hips.
Slayer, pain is horrible, and Auntie Jen really seems like full of energy now. When I met her in 2024, completely different to the year earlier from what I've heard and seen.
Yes.
Credit Savage. Oh yeah, I got a total of 5 end phase February $75 cash secured puts, which the average I got for those was 832. Those cash secured puts now are in the $2 area, Uncle Bruce. I will not be buying them back. I'm going to let them expire for over $4,000 for saving my money. Is this really life? Is this legal? Am I allowed to make $4,000 plus dollars between now and February by not buying back these contracts? Am I allowed to do this? Oh yeah, baby. There are returns available. Lame duck, old joke, be quiet or I'll nail your other foot to the floor. All right, Credit Savage. JR, Uncle Bruce is the OG goat, the original gangsta goat. Better Bobby Atkinson, Uncle Bruce, in plain English. What is a private equity offer? Questionable. Quest Trade said they are going to allow retail investors to start those private equity offer. Okay, well, I'm not sure how far this is going to go for any of you guys, but typically what could happen is let's say
I know this answer, so I'm out of here.
She's out of here.
Bye.
Thanks.
Have a good weekend, everybody. Leftover turkey buns. Yes.
The best. Private equity offer is where a public company perhaps, generally will say, we're going to issue $1 million shares at $10 a share to raise $10 million. I'm just going to add that to our treasury. And it could be, for much more than that. It could be a $200 company issuing stock for $200 million. But the private equity offer is usually where this kind of capital, a capital injection is being looked for. It's a stock deal, not a bond deal. So it's just cash, no interest on it. And a brokerage firm or 2 or 3 will get together, or one firm will say to a public company, you want to raise $50 million? Yeah, we'll help you raise $50 million. We can do a private equity offer. We'll just go to our clients, the brokerage firm will say. We'll go to our big clients and we'll let them know that, hey, look, you got 100,000 shares of company whatever. Would you be interested in acquiring another 20, 30,000 more? We're doing a private equity offer of so many dollars at such and such a price per share, which might be 50 cents less than the market price, $1 less, and it closes tomorrow. We're doing it's a bought deal. We've guaranteed the public company the bought deal. We're now allocating the stock to our clients. Would you like some? That is not uncommon, and it could be that 90 million is raised, 30 million from 3 different brokerage firms, bought, guaranteed deal. And each of the 3 brokerage firms sells the 30 million in stock to their in-house favorites, and it's done in an hour. That's a successful, wonderful deal. Now, your firm, Quest Trade, they might come to you and say, we bought 1 million shares at $20 a share, $20 million worth, and we're opening it up to Quest Trade traders. If you're interested, minimum purchase is 100 shares. If you'd like 100 or more in 100 share increments, let us know by the close of business tonight or by tomorrow. And what will happen is they will deduct from your account the amount you want right then, because it's an order. You're putting in a request. they'll deduct it, but they might give it all back to you, or half of it back, or most of it back, or some of it back, because if they get more requests than they have stock for, they'll allocate a split. They'll do a pro forma share. So if you want 500 shares, you might only get 100. You want 200, you might get 100, that type of thing. And you find out the next day with an email, you just bought 100 shares of blah, blah, blah for this amount of money. Congratulations. And that's a private equity offering. Okay. Off the market, not through a road show. It'll be done through a prospectus, but it'll be a short form prospectus, quick, fast, done. That's what that would be. I had 2 blown discs in my lower back, says Farmless, and couldn't tie my shoes. So I've been wearing slip-ons ever since. The high heel pumps, a little tough, but I have good legs. So, laugh out loud. JR, we're all looking up to Auntie Jen having to live with 4'10" guy. It can't be easy. Lame duck. Why is Billy running in a circle? Brian, that's a nice savings account, the Credit Savage of Wall Street. Blair, have a great weekend as well, Auntie Jen. JR, bye, Auntie Jen. Bring on the leftovers. Credit Savage, Uncle Bruce, you know what? The joke's on them, because I wanted the end phase shares. I just wanted them under $70, but my wife bought 100 shares for 73. I think so. All is good. Oh, I would say it's all good. Credit Savage, Brian, you bet your sweet potatoes it is. I hate the banks now. I have emergency money making me a measly 5% at SOFI, but savings that is going to make me 25% more a year now. From now on, giddy up. There you go. Just a place to park your cash while you're making your next move. We're up 113 points, everybody. Thank you for being here. Spire up 3, Enphase up 3 cents, back to $100.23. The spiders are up a penny. The Qs are down $1.10. GameStop is up 3 cents. SoFi down 7. There's just not happening going on. Not much happening. Apple is up down 193, and Netflix up 132. Adobe's down 470. AI down 47. Nvidia down 633. Tesla is up 79 cents. Rocket Lab up 8.5, Matterport up 1.5 cents, Smart Rent up 11.5 cents to 318.5 on Smart Rent. Owens Corning is up 77. ATIP, I don't show any changes, no changes. Unity up 43. Google down 191. Moderna is up $2. Cisco up 11 cents. Pfizer up 27. IBM down 56. HPQ down a penny. Microsoft down 171. ME at 90.8 cents a share, up 2.9. High of the session, 92. There you go. A little closer to $1. A little closer. 855,000 on ME. I think a buck 20 is the neighborhood I think we're heading for. That's just not telling you to buy it. I'm just telling you what I think. Amazon down 125. Home Depot up 148. Vanik down 47 cents. Goldman up 134. Boeing up 147. Facebook, Meta down 269. Target up a nickel. JP Morgan up 76. Costco up 315. Walmart up 46. Disney up $1. American Airlines up 3 cents. DraftKings up 24. AMC down 13. Royal Caribbean down 58. Carvana up 22. Robinhood up 2 cents to 8.24. Wow, huh? Robinhood. What a story. The low of 750, high of 1320 in the last year. You remember when it went public? Do you guys remember when Robinhood went public? Oh my God, it went public. Wasn't it 90 for a brief moment? I know 55, August the 2nd, 2021. It was higher than this, wasn't it? I mean, all-time high. Oh my God. 8.24. They make no money. They do not make a profit, Robinhood. Just to bring it all back. Boy. Okay. Welcome one and all to the party. Nice to have you here. 109-point gain on the Dow. And I hope you had a good time today. Thank you all for joining in. Please become a member of this channel if you'd like to join us every morning. Monday, I'll bring out a trade tip for Gold Bagel members. Then Monday morning at 8 o'clock Eastern, I usually come on the air with a pre-alert show, 8:30, the big show for all of you. Wednesdays, 7 o'clock Eastern, Gold Bagel members, Primetime Live with Uncle Bruce. So become a Gold Bagel member. You get all those benefits and commenting here. Or just chilling with Uncle Bruce, commenting on this show. Love to have you. Today, we left it wide open for everybody, but you'll probably notice that almost every single comment that comes through here, members only. The trolls have, for the most part, kind of left us alone. We're too specialized, and we don't get the ugly ones anymore. So this is great. Thank you all so much. Thank you for being here. Who else? Let's see what's going on. Thank you all for being through here. Splair, have a great weekend. Auntie Jen, thank you. Credit Savage, you bet your sweet potatoes it is. I hate the banks now. I have emergency money making me a measly 5% at SoFi, but savings, man, I can make way more than that. Big E is here. Thank you for the knee emoji attack. Bobby, Qs are down 125. Let that slide, Christmas shoppers. Dude, hello, everybody. Well, we'll know the Tesla Cybertruck price here in about a week. I have a strong hunch it'll be more than the 50,000 original. Also unlikely they will fulfill all of their pre-bookings, which numbered 1 million units. Richard Garland, neat, dude. 123 thumbs up. Thank you, dude, for the 123rd thumbs up today. 126 have come through here. Absolutely beautiful. I love it. Thank you all so much. Hector, Brian, maybe we should hire some trolls. Just have some fun and drama every couple months. Hector, I rolled up to 35s on AI, and I'm out to April. Nice going. Splitter, and you all, just in case, wishing everybody here a great weekend with some extra hours to hopefully relax this Friday. Thank you, Splitter. Have a great weekend yourself, buddy. We'll do the same here, everyone. We'll take it easy. We'll catch up with you guys on Monday. Hector's going neat, Waverly. Have a good weekend. All good says keep the opening rants going. Nice to see through experiences eyes. Thank you all. We got a lot to follow. We wonder, are consumers running out of cash or are they running out of credit? Those are good questions. Airlines have seen an increase in passengers, but not the lower end passengers. They're not fun. They're broke. We might find that a lot of free cash that could be coming into the economy tied up in housing values because people can't sell their homes with higher interest rates for the new buyers. That might freeze a lot of capital up in real estate that doesn't want to be frozen. Interesting. 5% interest is available for conservative savers. There's that too. You never know. We'll see what gives. Thank you all for being here today. And as always, thank you. Those of you coming into class 17, let me know if you want in. The opening is available. Make a donation to PayPal. Make a $150 donation. Send me a private email and just say, Bruce, I want in on class 17, December 9th, Saturday at noon for live participants. Retail is running the market today, sideways patterns for the most part, and algos are in charge with a neutral setting into Monday. Thank you, Uncle B. Thank you, BW. Credit Savage. Okay, folks, kitties have awakened. And so I must put on my house husband hat. Great chatting and seeing you, Uncle Bruce. Have a great weekend, folks. Tax loss harvesting is near. Maybe next week. Giddy up. Thank you, Credit Savage. Take care. BW Hector. Yep, well done, Splair. Thanks for the fancy show, you all. All right, guys, have a good one. We'll see you Monday. First thing, see if we can get richer. Thank you all for your support. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy Thanksgiving in America. And we'll catch you next time. Goodbye from Calgary. And we'll talk to you later. Take care, everybody.